go back to class. Sorry.
Dear Mom and Dad, you guys are great. I really appreciate everything you've done for me as I've grown up. I feel like I don't express my gratitude as often or to the extent that I really should. It's a difficult emotion to express, especially while one is in the process of being a little bit of a rebellious teenager. Now is as good a time as ever though, so here it goes. You both have had an equally large impact on me, but in two very different ways, so I will thank each of you together, but separately. Dad. Writing a thank you speech in the context of a farewell to my childhood years and the impact you have had on them is a very daunting task, because fitting everything into any reasonable time span is simply impossible. You've always just been a huge part of my life, which is not something that most people can say about their fathers. You took us camping at Rob's Peak, you went to all my t-ball games, you were the scoutmaster of my Cub Scout troop, you've taken me skiing and motorcycling, and have done a million other fun things with me, and I really appreciate it. Possibly the biggest thing that I would like to thank you for, though, is for both instilling an uncommon and undying sense of curiosity in me, and then on the other hand, being so tolerant of this monster you've created. I remember clearly as a kid, when all the other kids were collecting baseball cards and Barbie dolls, you and I would have lengthy conversations about radio waves, stock markets, and ICBMs as we built Grandma's cottage. Or rather, you built it and I drove my toy tractor around the yard asking you questions. Everywhere in the world I look today, I see questions to be answered and problems to be solved. And I know you don't have all the answers or the solutions, but you taught me to go out and try and find them myself. That may be the single biggest factor to finding who I am and what I do. Without you, I wouldn't be the person I am today, or the person I will be tomorrow. So thank you. To Mom. I feel I especially don't take enough time thanking you for everything that you do. It's often easy to feel like we have a little house gnome or other magical creature around our home. My clothes are magically washed and hung in my closet. More Q-tips appear in the Q-tip bin when they run out. Lunch meats, breakfast cereals suddenly appear in the kitchen just when I need them. Sometimes everything just seems to happen by magic. And then sometimes I'll wake up at 2 in the morning, I can't sleep or something, and I come into the kitchen to find you doing dishes or whatever it is that you said you were going to make my sister and I do the next day. If I hadn't woken up to see you doing the dishes, the next morning I would have passed right by the sink, not even noticed they were already done. It's little things like this, these small but essential pieces of everyday life that you've done quietly behind the scenes my entire life that I feel I owe you the largest thank you for. Absent of these tiny things that you do each and every day for me, I feel as though my life would come to a grinding halt, and yet it's so easy just to overlook them, to continue on with whatever else I'm worried about. I appreciate the time you spend making sure that my busy life runs smoothly every day, and I know what I will appreciate even more when I have to do these things for myself in the years ahead. Another thing that I really want to thank you for, on top of all the other things that you do, is everything you did for me 2 summers ago when I had a broken jaw. I will never forget, you practically took a whole month out of your life to do nothing but take care of me. Everything I ate had to be blended, and you made sure I had exquisite chicken dinners that were all nicely blended so I could drink them. Every time I wanted a shake from In-N-Out or a Jamba Juice, or I thought maybe I should try putting some milk and a Spots pizza in the blender, which was disgusting, we would go do that. You would drive me there so I could get exactly what I wanted. Without you, I feel like I would have just starved to death. I don't know what I would have done. I feel like I never properly thanked you for everything that you did for me, and I'm not really sure I ever could fully thank you entirely for everything. But I just want you to know that I really do appreciate it. And to sum everything up, I want to say thank you to both of you. I've had a dream of a childhood, and when reflecting on who I've become, it's very easy to see that I owe everything to both of you. I know I will miss you a lot in the years to come, but I promise I'll visit often. Love, your son, Jack.